Hello everyone, it's Jean from the Inky Studio. Welcome if you're new here and welcome back. Um, I see a lot of people are doing these tall document journals, and I think Roxy Creations started this little idea, and I love it. Wasn't sure before I made one how I was going to like this. Now, what we're doing with these journals is instead of folding it the traditional paper, like this, like I think in school we used to call it the hamburger fold. We're folding it the long way, the hot dog fold, like this. And I have found these to be the perfect place to use some of those portrait orientated printouts. And it also is a great opportunity, I have found, to use the collage sheets. Of course, we can do anything with the collage sheets, but I've been using those. And all of these digitals, I would say 90% of them I got off of the Graphics Theory Premium site. So I got letters, and I colored this letter here blue to kind of go with a little bit of a blue theme. And this is a receipt, and then I got book pages. This is so exciting, I think, in that book pages usually you have to fold them in half, and then the orientation of I'm looking for one, the orientation of whatever graphics is on it, is like that. And this way you get like the full effect. It's so cool, right? So cool. And I made this for the center, which I think is just really awesome to be able to do this. So this is a paper that I created in my software as well with one of their frames. But anyhow, it's just a good time to go through your stuff and see what you got that is has a portrait orientation to it that you want to use. And so as a gift to you, because I so do appreciate you, and I would love to be able to do this every month, but sometimes I just can't. But I'm going to have a free digital, and I'm going to give you this this page right here. Now, this is the receipt itself is from the Graphics Theory, but I gave it a color. I gave it a French blue color. I've distressed it a little bit here with this white distressing marks. And I have one copy that, now this is a distress mark that I put on with ink, but there is some distressing here on the very edge, if you kind of see that. So one page that I'm giving you has that in it, but the other page doesn't have any, so you can do your own if you wish to. But I just thought this would be a good way to get you started, just in case you don't feel that you have anything for a cover to, give it that document look. Not that you need to necessarily. You can use whatever cover you want. The cover, I printed this side out on presentation paper. It's about 44 pounds, I think it is. And it's presentation paper made for my printer, which is Epson. If you have an HP, you might want to use their paper. But that gives it a firm printout. And then the inside, I did print this on cardstock. Now, regular everyday cardstock is not going to be as sharp as your presentation paper, because that's like a photo paper, so it won't be quite as sharp. But if you're doing something just black and white, it does pretty good. So I did that on this side. Then I glued them together and sewed around the edges, and that is the cover. It's nice and heavy and sturdy. I think what I'm going to do now, and also all the paper, well, not all, I shouldn't say all, because a few of them I left this edge straight, but on many of the papers I tore them with a tear ruler so that they're a little jagged there on the edge. So a lot of them are torn, and I made them, I like the idea of it just peeking out a little bit, so it's just, it's just a little bit coming out. I kind of like that idea rather than making them go all the way on the inside. So that's how I've done the papers. So I want to do something here on the inside of the cover. I have this awesome blue envelope. Oh, I'm so happy. Not only is it a blue, but it's the one that you you send something back, so this is not sealed. So it's junk mail, but it's not sealed junk mail. So that is very cool. I love that color. I do want some of this to show, though. I don't want to cover all that up because it has that document kind of look to it. And we will be gluing it in this way, the flap onto the base, and then we'll be putting a strip over it as a tuck spot for later on. But I do want some of it to show. I mean, it all doesn't have to show, but I want some of it to show. So let's cut it off right about there at that point. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Oh yeah, very good. This will be really nice. And then I think we'll have the, what will we do? Will we have the tag, I guess put that inside this way. Yeah, we'll do it the long way. So we're going to eventually get rid of this opening. But first of all, I want to cover up this little message in here, which is written for people like me who just put things in envelopes and send them out without thinking. And important, your address must show. All right. We're just going to pick. Now this is from the Tattered Papers Graphics Fairy latest, one of their latest ones, what they've done. Let me just see if I get what I like in here, because I just need to get that background covered up, because I don't like that message to show through. So we'll just cut out a little piece. Yeah, so now we're almost into fall. Oh my. Christmas is right around the corner. I know. You don't like to hear that, but it is true. I have a wall hanging. It's a nice wall hanging that I need to quilt and give as a gift. It is an old Ford pickup truck with the background of a winter scene. And it has a Christmas tree in it, of course, a pine tree. And there's a little snowman next to it. Very cute. But it's a pretty large wall hanging, and it's going to take some time to get that together. I've got to get started on it. So that is on my list to do here pretty soon. So we've got that inside like so. That looks great. And now for here, I want to bring the paper all the way past that fold there so I can seal up this part there. So let's just see how I might do that. Okay, let's bring it in like this. I don't really care for this part of the print that much. I'm going to leave a little border because I like the blue. I want the blue to show, right? I want the blue to show. Now the other alternative, well no, I need to cover this up. So I was thinking of just collaging that piece, but no, I'm going to go ahead and do it this way, I think. And we'll just mark it there and mark, okay, just come right up this side right there. And so I don't know if any of you make things for Christmas. I know that I used to do a lot. I used to do so much of that. I don't do so much of it anymore like I used to. Yeah, and here, you know, here I have the time to do it, and yet I feel like I'm busier now than when I was working, now that I'm retired. It's so weird. I'm not sure that I'm busier, except that it takes more time for me to do things I used to do quickly. I think that's the issue. To tell you the truth, I really do. I don't know about how you feel about that. I think I want to just go through here and get this done really well. So I have been reading I had mentioned this before, but I'm on book 2, and it is To Call a Midwife, or Call the Midwife is the name of the series. And I'm reading the book. Now, I love the series on TV. Really, I truly do. But I will tell you, the book is totally different. It has some of the same characters. I mean, it has the same characters, and a few of the same events, birthing events are in it. But it is really a different book. The characters really are a lot, I wouldn't say they're extremely different, but you just get a whole different picture of everybody. I mean, Sister Monica Jones, she is quite the personality in the book. I'll have to forewarn you, though, that the author does not hold back on the reality of people's experiences in there. So it's not quite I don't know. It's just a little different than the movie, and I don't know how to explain that. I think the movie might be, or the series, it's a little romanticized, just a little bit. That might be what it is. So here then, that gap is sealed up. All right. And that's ready. So on this side, because I like this lovely blue, I believe I'm just going to tear off pieces. And let's see, what color do I want there? Yeah, I think I'm just going to tear off, rip portions of it and collage it. That's what I think I'm going to do. Yeah. No, I think I'm going to try that. Or what I maybe should have done is, maybe what I'll do here is tear it. So I'm going to mark the window kind of in the vicinity, just like so. And do it this way. She goes into a lot of history, which is fantastic, into the history of London, and mainly about housing and how things were in everyday life with the people who, were not wealthy. Believe me, it's not Downton Abbey. I enjoy that one too, but it's very good. You will learn a lot about history. It's good. Anyways, so I recommend it. Get the first one, and if you don't care for the first one, then there's no sense in getting any more, obviously. But it's a real eye opener. Just letting you know. Yeah, I find it difficult to put down. Of course, I love the series. I don't want to say that the playwrights of the series, people who wrote it and directed it, are doing it all wrong. No, I don't want to say that. But I can see why they've made the decisions they made, because people probably wouldn't watch it. It would be, some parts would just be too depressing to watch. Okay, looks like, shoot, wish I had been just a little bit taller. I could have covered that up. Okay, that's all right. We'll just go with that there. So these are those ink bottles I got to replace my older ones that I've been using. And I think I put the link to Amazon on a previous video, and I'll put the link down there again. I love them. They're great. Now, they don't have the little silicone closure, but they have the pin. And I think I mentioned in the video too that I was going to make a little dangle because I lost the other pins. Yeah, really easy to lose. Although the head of this pin seems to be a little bit bigger than the one I got on the other brand. But yeah, it works just the same as my other one. It has just enough flow, not too much. It squeezes well. It's not hard to get the glue out. Yeah, I really do like these. These turned out to be a good replacement. Of course, like all things, hopefully they still have them in stock. Not that I'm going to give you the... See, I got off a little bit down there. That's all right. You know what we'll do? We'll just do this. There. Okay, that's great. And I'll put in a little bit more. Try to get maybe another piece of something. Maybe I'll get out my scraps. And let's just put down this one here. I like this is good. I will just put down a little bit. Okay. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go with this and kind of leave some of that blue to show. Now this particular Graphics Fairy printouts come with this wonderful washi tape, which is going to be just fun to work with. So I really like the tattered papers is what they're called. Yeah. So yeah, I should be doing a design team project for Graphics Fairy, right? I'm using all their papers. Alrighty. So there we go, and we're got that pretty well covered. And then I can add more stuff to it, figure that out as I go along. So we're just going to glue, miter that corner there. I'm going to glue that little guy right to the inside. Wow, please don't include any correspondence of claims with your payment. Wow, love all these notes. You know, actually I do. I appreciate that. I appreciate all those notes. I like to have clear instructions. Not everybody does, but I do. All right. Now that'll be in there, and so we'll get something. Oh, you know what? I'm really sorry I didn't cover that glue part of that there. Oh poo. What am I going to do? I'm going to have to probably go back in and glue something down there because, well, I'll put some washi tape down there because what'll happen, you know, I don't work with new envelopes that much. Usually they've already been used and tea stained and everything. So you got to always watch that gummy area. So I'll just put a little bit of glue down there. And, oh, this is the wrong one. This is my old one that's almost empty. There we go. We'll just come right down here like that. And we'll put down this piece of washi tape. And that way that glue, that gum dairy will be covered up and I won't have to worry about that. And there you go. I'm loving it. Loving it. Very nice. Okay. So for the little tuck spot, I've already got some cardstock and my paper and sewed around the perimeter, and that will get glued down like so, and that way we can put some ephemera inside that spot. So that'll get glued right there, so we have enough room to fold. Yep. Okay, very nice. That's, oh, I guess I should have glued that side. Oh, hey, it's all right. I'll just kind of sneak in there and get that done. All right. Now I gotta remember to put my pin in so I don't get dried out and not lose the pin. I lost the other ones. I got this little piece of linen and ripped out a square, and I sewed this piece of trim on it so that it doesn't continue to fray, because linen does fray pretty good. And I'm going to put a stamp on it. And so I got this butterfly stamp. I think it'll fit in there just nice. I got some pigment ink so that it is a permanent. And let me get some scrap paper. Just to make sure yep, it's pretty solid there. And let's just put that in there. Try to center it. Now I realize it may not be maybe spotty when you stamp on fabric. Not as clean. You know, it's not as clean as on paper, but it looks pretty good. I'm liking it. And we're just going to put this down here. And I'll put some glue on the sides, and then we'll have a little cloth pocket on the inside. I was thinking of putting some lace down here, but I want it to be fairly flat. It'll be easier for the cover to flip over if it's not too bulky here. Alright, let's put that in there. Like that. There. Isn't that cute? Alright. That's looking really good. I'm liking it. So before I go today, I'm going to show you what I ended up doing and to finish out this project. And I made the tag, and I believe I got this stunning lady from the Graphics Fairy Free site. I'm pretty sure it's where I got it, if not the premium site, but I think it was on the free. And I got my tag that will fit inside. And this little piece of vintage lace I sewed at the very, very top of the tag so that when you put it in, that little piece of lace will droop on over the envelope like so. And I might put a vintage button up there as well. And I also put this little rose that hopefully will draw your eye down to her face, and a little bit of trim at the bottom. So that is the project pretty much finished out for today. I also, just to update you on the pages, I sewed a few rows of lace on here, and here I threaded a ribbon. The lace had these little holes all the way through, so I threaded the ribbon and just been sewing in, I think, like 3 rows just to hang out a little bit on the edge. So this is how far I've gotten so far. So I'll be back again later and do probably another project out of here. So thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.